kind of look like I'm in disaster mode, but I can guarantee you I smell fantastic. What's up, warriors? Welcome to another episode of the Prep Series 2016. It's Saturday, October 22nd, and today is the day I technically would have been on stage competing, ideally would have been on stage competing with SAF and Physique Canada, but unfortunately that was not in the books for me this year, and that's okay. I mean, I really could have chosen to just be like really down in the dumps about it and kind of like woe is me my way through the day. And even though it is like doom and gloom outside right now, I don't know, like I'm choosing to not make it about that. I'm choosing to be positive about it, not give it too much thought, you know? I mean, it might not have been my day, but it's the day for still like a whole bunch of other girls who worked just as hard and they managed to make it, and I don't want to take that away from them. So I'm just putting my positive energy out there into the universe, and hopefully they have a wonderful day, and I'm going to have a wonderful day as well. I just want to start this video by saying thank you so much. I am overwhelmed by the love and support in all of your comments from the last video. It was really hard for me to open up about that kind of stuff. And the fact that I got such a great response from you guys, such a supportive response from you guys, really kind of helped me realize that what we have here, like we've created something. We've created this like really safe space where we can talk about our stuff and it doesn't matter. You know, there's no judgment there. And I really appreciate that. Like, honestly, like I think you guys are awesome. I can't thank you enough. And I do also want to say thank you for following me along this journey. The chapter is like ending, I guess, soon, and so I will be announcing the giveaway at the end of this video. But first, I really would like to address just dealing with setbacks in general. I haven't done a do's and don'ts video in a really long time, so I think I'm kind of just gonna do a quick little summary about it in a classic Sophie P Fitness do's and don'ts like fashion. So the first don't, I guess, when dealing with setbacks is don't see it as a failure. You have not failed. It really is only when you decide to give up completely that you've failed. And even then, I'll discuss that later. But don't see it as a failure. See it as just see it for what it is, and it's an opportunity to be flexible of your approach. In the end, if the goal is the same, it doesn't matter how you got there, just get there. So take a step back, reformulate the plan, and just go for it. Nobody's telling you you can't do that. So in my case, for example, okay, I didn't compete this time. That doesn't mean I'm never gonna compete ever. So I take a step back, reformulate a plan, and attack. The next one is, they seem pretty obvious. The next one is don't get down on yourself, because it's not your fault. It's nobody's fault, really. You are not at fault for life just kind of happening. I'm not at fault for being sick. I have theories as to what could have happened. And again, not my fault. I didn't purposely do anything to lead me into that. I could have approached things differently that might have prevented it, but what good is it going to be if I just sit there and be all down about it? The important thing to do is take a step back and figure out, okay, what have we learned from this situation? I have a feeling that my gut flora was so messed up that I couldn't fight that gastrovirus, whatever it was, and I think it could have been, I mean, it could have either been from the hard dieting and the hard exercise, or honestly, I'm thinking excess artificial sweeteners. Because when you think about it, I mean, I didn't think I was having that much, but then I thought about it and I was like, every day I was having the sparklies, I was having a Monster, or I'd be having a sugar-free Starbucks coffee of some sort. I'd be having the protein powders, I'd be having my BCAAs, my pre-workout, my Walden's Farms, like all that stuff. And you know, like I would have a lot of those things every day. And so I can't imagine that helping. So yeah, so I'm taking a step back, I'm looking at what I've learned here, and I'm going to apply it into the next prep, which will just make it that much better. Another major don't is don't self-sabotage. We've all heard the classic, you know, when you have a flat tire, you don't slash the other 3 tires thinking that it's gonna like solve anything. It's not. And so, you know, when, you know, the exercise isn't going well, the diet's not going well, you don't just say fuck it and then like binge eat for like weeks on end thinking like, well, it didn't work, and now that I have the time, like, might as well like just screw it up even more, set myself back even further. And even though it might seem like it at the time because you're like, whatever, I earned this, those things add up and you end up right back where you started, which is not really where you want to end up, right? That's not the goal. So the best thing to do is just, like I said before, take the step back, you learn the lessons, you reformulate the plans, and then you go as soon as you can. If you need to take the time off, and which I did, trust me, I needed it, we all need it sometimes, take the time off, but don't take the time off to like purposely throw yourself off. Even though it doesn't seem like you're doing it on purpose, it does happen, and at the end of the day, it is your choice. It does take more effort to go out there and buy the cookie than it does to have the chicken you already made at home. Think about that. So get back on it as soon as you can. Last but not least, the goal might change. You might decide, even if it's in the middle of a prep, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And that's okay. Because the thing is that as we go through life, we change, we evolve. Our heart, like what our heart desires is not always going to be the same thing, and that's okay. And the sooner you can come to terms with being okay with that and being able to just go with the flow, the easier life is going to be. Trust me. And so honestly, that's it. So don't get down on yourself, see the positive in it, and keep going. And I'm going to be the absolute first person to tell you that oftentimes I don't always practice what I preach, and sometimes these little talks that we have is there to motivate and inspire you, but sometimes it's also to be a harsh reminder for myself. So all those things that I just said is definitely a conversation I've had with myself several times in the last couple of weeks. So don't worry about it. You're not alone. Trust me. And the thing is that with everything that I talked about in my last video, I realized that at the end of the day, I just have a hard time taking a step back and realizing, hey, like, I'm a human being, and I'll be honest, I think that's what makes me a good coach, a good trainer, because at the end of the day, I'm human too. And I should be able to relate to you. I wouldn't hire Superman to be my coach because he can't possibly know what it's like to be me. And I can't possibly know what it's like to be him. And I probably couldn't even set myself to think that I can achieve what he is because he's not even a human being, right? Also, just to update you on some of those things that I did talk about, this week has been much better. I think I was just struggling with like the rebalancing of the hormones post-prep. Like, it does really screw up with your body and with your head, and I've been able to kind of like manage my hunger and my cravings a little bit more since then. I was gonna do a weigh this morning, but I totally forgot. Right now I'm like roughly around 126. Sometimes it goes up a little bit, sometimes it goes down, depending on how many carbs I had in a day. Like I said, I haven't been like super crazy consistent with like my diet, but I have been maintaining around that 126-ish area. So that's okay. It's not where I like ideally want to be, but I'm not super far off either. So like I said, like right now the plan is to just kind of like maintain, maybe lose a little bit in the coming week, leading up to NYC. And yeah, when I get back from New York, because I'm sure New York's gonna be a little bit of a shit show, I'm gonna start cutting from there. I have about 3 weeks that I think I'm gonna do like a little mini cut just to like get myself down a little bit, and then maintain. And that's the plan. So without further ado, I'd like to announce the winner of my series giveaway. Like I said at the very beginning, the person who would win the giveaway, the person that I would choose to win the giveaway, would be the person who has been the absolute most interactive with and consistently interactive with my video, the commenting, and with my social media as well. And honestly, like, I love the fact that I did that because it has actually encouraged so much of you to reach out to me. And there's some subscribers that have never actually reached out to me that I didn't even know were there until they've commented. And I love the fact that I was able to establish that relationship with so many of you. So I think I will be doing these giveaways a lot more. But in any case, so I would like to say congratulations, Heather Hudson. Please send me all of your mailing info via email. My email will be in the description box below. And yeah, I just want to say thank you. Even though we don't live like in the same country, I had so much fun being your like prep twin. It was really fun, and I knew that every time I would post a video that you'd be watching it on your cardio, and I really did love that, and I appreciated your support throughout the way, and I'm glad that you actually made it to the stage, so congratulations. So I will show you what you're gonna get. I bought the stuff after I decided who I was going to give it to, so that I can make it a little bit more personal. And like I said, I did want to get things that kind of like pertained to the prep as well. So number one, you guys all know that I love my coffee. My caffeine is key, and so I know you love yours too. And so I will be giving you this $25 gift card to Starbucks. So you'll be getting that. Next is, I did talk about books that I love to read, books that really helped me along with different phases of my life, the prep and all that kind of stuff. And there is one that you can't really get in the States, so I decided to pick it up for you, and that is The Examined Life, sorry. There it is, The Examined Life. It's actually written by a yoga instructor here in Montreal, and it's a really quick, it's like a small, quick read, but there's some things that he says that are just so mind-blowing, so I do highly recommend reading it with a highlighter in hand, because you're gonna want this by your bedside, and like just every once in a while you're gonna wanna read one of these passages over again. I love it. So you get that. And last but not least, because the colder season is coming, I got this as a gift last Christmas, and I absolutely love them. I live in them at home, and so I would just love to pass that on to somebody else. And this is the reading socks. I'm actually wearing mine right now. These are the coziest socks you will ever wear in your life, and honestly, like, and with the season coming up, like, you're gonna love these, and I hope you do. I hope you love them as much as I do, because like I said, I just live in them. So yeah. So you got your little cozy kit. So you got your coffee, your book, and your socks, and you're set to go. So I'll be sending this to you this week. Try to send me your stuff as soon as possible so that I can send it as soon as I can. And yeah, thanks again for everything. And I do want to thank everybody else too. Like I said, your comments just mean the world to me, and I would like to do more of these giveaways for you guys because you guys are just awesome. So that's the end of the giveaway. And so the next time you guys see me, depending on how much running around I have to do this week, I may or may not vlog before I actually get to New York. I'm gonna try to get one out there anyway, maybe a preparation video and whatnot. I shouldn't have too much to do because I already bought my Halloween costume, which I'm really, really excited about. And yeah, so I'm super excited for this YouTubers retreat, and I'm gonna try to take you guys along as much as I possibly can. Keep in mind that I also do want to be present while I'm there, so there are some times where I probably won't vlog as much, but I'm definitely gonna be vlogging the trip, a little bit of the events, and of course, I'm gonna crush me some donuts when I'm there, because it's freaking New York City and they have bomb food, and of course I'm gonna eat it and take full opportunity of that. Just saying. And then we get back on it when I come home, right? So I can't like seem to thank you enough, so I'm gonna end the video here before I say thank you about a million other freaking times. I think you got the point. Thank you. I love you. I look forward to doing more of these, to doing more giveaways, to doing more series, and let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see more informational chit chat videos. If you want to see, let me know if you want me to do Vlogmas. Let me know if you're interested in Vlogmas. That's something I'm curious to see if you guys are into. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna sign this right out. Thank you guys so much. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in New York City. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, comment all those things that we talked about, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Since I got sick and since I decided that competition wasn't happening, I fell into some old habits.